Alyssa had always been a heartbreaker, not because she wanted to be, but because she feared commitment. Love had a way of making people weak, and she refused to be vulnerable. Relationships for her were a game of excitement, of stolen kisses and whispered lies. She had mastered the art of deception, juggling affections effortlessly. Her current boyfriend, Daniel, was everything a woman could ask for: loyal, kind, and deeply in love. Yet, the thrill of someone new always pulled her away. Enter Lucas. Lucas was the kind of man who exuded danger, his charm intoxicating. Alyssa met him at a coffee shop, and within days they were entangled in a secret romance. Every stolen moment with him felt like fire against her skin, an addiction she couldn't quit. But love is never a game without consequences. Chapter 2. A Love Too Deep. Daniel was planning a future with Alyssa. He spoke of houses by the lake, of Sunday mornings making pancakes, of forever. His love was unwavering, and that scared her. She didn't deserve it, not when her lips still tingled from Lucas's kisses. One evening, Daniel surprised her with a dinner date. Candlelight flickered between them as he reached across the table to hold her hand. "I love you, Alyssa," he said, eyes filled with sincerity. "I want to build a life with you." Guilt crawled up her spine, suffocating her. But instead of confessing, she smiled, pretending. "I love you too?" she whispered, the lie leaving a bitter taste in her mouth. Later that night, in Lucas's arms, she felt the weight of her betrayal growing heavier. For the first time, she wondered if she had gone too far. Chapter 3. The Unraveling. Secrets don't stay hidden forever. One careless mistake, a forgotten text, a misplaced scarf, was all it took for Daniel to suspect. He began to notice the late nights, the distant gazes, the way she flinched when he touched her. One day, he followed her. He saw her laughing with Lucas in a dimly lit bar, her fingers tracing circles on his wrist the way she once did with Daniel. His heart clenched, breath hitching in his throat. He turned away, unable to watch the woman he loved slip through his fingers. That night, he waited for her at home. The moment she stepped inside, he asked, "Are you in love with him?" The room fell silent. Her heart pounded. "Alyssa, answer me." Tears burned in her eyes. She had played this game too long. Now she was losing everything. I don't know," she admitted, voice barely above a whisper. Daniel's jaw tightened. "Then let me make it easy for you. I'm done." As he walked away, she felt something foreign, pain. Real, gut-wrenching pain. The fall. Losing Daniel shattered something inside her. She thought she could replace him with Lucas, but it wasn't the same. There was no warmth, no real love, only lust, only emptiness. One night, Lucas looked at her and said, "You're still in love with him, aren't you?" She didn't answer, because she knew the truth. She had only ever truly loved Daniel. But love, once betrayed, is not easily won back. Chapter 5. Redemption. Months passed, and regret clung to Alyssa like a shadow. She tried calling Daniel, texting him, but he never responded. So she did the only thing she could. She changed. She went to therapy, confronted her fear of love, and stopped seeking validation in fleeting affairs. She became someone worthy of the kind of love Daniel had once given her. And then, one rainy evening, she found herself standing outside his door. When he opened it, surprise flickered across his face. "Alyssa?" "I know I don't deserve your forgiveness," she began, voice trembling. "But I need you to know, I'm sorry, for everything." Daniel studied her, his eyes guarded. "You broke me. I broke myself too," she admitted, "but I've spent every day trying to be better." Silence stretched between them. Then, he exhaled. "I don't know if I can ever trust you again." Tears welled in her eyes. "I understand." She turned to leave, but his voice stopped her. "But maybe we can start as friends." Hope bloomed in her chest. Maybe love, though fragile, could be rebuilt. Maybe, just maybe, this wasn't the end.